We're about ready.
Okay, I'm here.
All set?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Bustillos, we're back on the record. At the time that you went to Navajo that afternoon and did your filming, what was your belief as to where the boundary was for Navajo's property versus public property? What did you believe the boundary was?
Where the utility markers are.
When you say utility markers, what do you mean?
Anything like electrical poles, water lines, telephone lines, all that stuff that's usually buried and stuff like that alongside a road or highway. That's where the city they usually put that on the line, the property line, because they ain't gonna put that on someone else's property. They're gonna put it on city or public property. So usually that's how you can tell. But me, I went off the GIS maps and it confirmed that's exactly where it was.
So when you looked at the GIS maps, did it show you that the boundary on the GIS maps was the same as the line of the utility pole?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not quite sure what you mean when you say the GIS. What is that?
Was it a government informational survey or something like that?
Okay. Is that something?
Don't quote me, but it's something to that effect. Government survey, something like that.
But you know for sure the initials are GIS?
Yes.
Okay. And that's something that's on the internet you can find?
Oh yeah, just look up Eddy County GIS survey, GIS maps, or GIS maps, Eddy County or whatever, anywhere you want. You know?
And that's how you found it in this case?
Yes, it's also on one of my update videos. I think it was the very next follow-up video to it, the update video. Actually, I show the maps on my video and show exactly where I was, and I do a whole
For this incident?
for this incident.
Okay. Did you ever print out and save anything related to your GIS survey research for this location?
No, it's just on the video from you record your screen and make your videos, so you kind of click and show so the viewers can see your mouse cursor, and you point and do all this and that. So it's all on video.
But you never printed out any kind of hard
No.
copy of that research?
No, I mean, I could do that anytime. I was just never on it, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't have a printer then, but I got one now. I mean,
And that follow-up video that shows what you found about where the boundaries were and all that, that's on your Stray Dog YouTube channel?
yes.
Okay. So we could watch that today if we wanted
You
to.
can watch it right now if you want. Okay.
Not right now, today, exactly, but at some point. So your belief as to where the boundary was based on the GIS research you did, and then that matched up with what you saw when you got out there, where the light poles and the fire hydrant and stuff was.
Exactly.
Okay. And was the fire hydrant in the same line with the light poles?
No, I don't think. I think they were set back further.
How would that be the accurate line then if the fire hydrant wasn't in the same line as the light
Well,
pole?
this is the light poles is where I meant. If I said fire extinguisher or
Hydrant?
is just because it kind of came out, but it was that line is where I was.
The light pole line?
Yeah, I believe that's where it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And were those Jersey barricades inside the line of the light poles or outside?
Outside, onto public property.
Over towards the street?
Yeah, 2-3 feet from the street.
Okay. Was there any reason why you didn't do the filming that you wanted to do out there from the other side of the street?
Like the reason why you asked why didn't I get closer? You know what I mean? I got where I thought it was a good spot, safe spot, and that's just why I chose to be.
Okay. Any reason why you chose that side of the street instead of being on the other side of the street?
Yeah, because it's closer.
Okay. You could have seen the same thing from the other side of the street that you saw from where you did film.
Oh, I
couldn't you?
could have, but I didn't have to.
Okay, I've got your video pulled up here. I want to go through it and ask you some questions about it, okay?
Okay.
And Lori, pick up what you can, but I understand at least that there may be some of this that you're not going to get as we go along. Okay?
Are you recording? You gonna be typing what's said on the video too, or just what me and him are saying?
I want her to type as best she can what's said on the video.
Okay,
She may miss some because there's a lot of wind noise and stuff like that, but.
You doing a story? They told me that you ain't supposed to take no videos or pictures. Yeah, I can't go on your property and take pictures. I'm on public property.
That's Benito, right?
yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take a picture of anything. I can see from public. What kind of story you make? Is it for the newspaper or? Well, it just depends on who wants to pick it up. Well, is it like for the city of Artesia or like for Roswell? Well, if they want it, it just depends on who wants to pick it up. I come out and get some B-roll footage, cars coming in and out. I might ask some questions if somebody wants to answer them, you know. And then give it to the general public, give you a better understanding of what's going on. Stuff like that.
Did any newspaper ever express any interest in your video of the refinery?
No.
I get some kind of bit of these people because amazing by it's amazing. I see a lot of people filming a lot of videos. Is it like I'm independent. I don't work for nobody specifically. I gather my content and then I put it up for whoever wants it and stuff, you know. Sometimes I have specific interest in mind when I come go to a place. Other times it's just for general knowledge and people footage and stuff, you know. All this is viewable from public, man. It's on. Yeah, if I can see it from public, man, I can record it.
And just for the record, this person that we hear talking, besides Benito, the security guard, that person is you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't trespass the eyes, you know. I'm not gonna go on your property. I know that it's also for people, I don't know, all safety guys made us. If you see anybody film, you have to come and... Well, you can come and talk to me, that's fine. Yeah. You know, just let them know that I'm not doing nothing illegal. I have every right, you know. I don't even know, filming, taking pictures, you know, I can't, stop that, you know. Yeah. That's all it is, man. No ill intent. I'm just here to take pictures is all. And stuff. How far back, where does your property line start? Is it right there? Or is it...
Okay, you just asked him where the property line is, correct?
I was talking about this entrance right here, not over here. Because I didn't know if this street here, how far back it went, if it started at this stop sign right here, or that city thing, or if it came out here to where this was.
Okay.
And stuff.
And just for the record, we're at 2 minutes and 50 seconds in the video when you asked that question.
Okay.
2 minutes and what?
Is this a public road?
50 seconds, he said?
50, 50.
Right there, well, that's what confused me, because right here, you see the buildings, that's where we walk, check the fish, and make the thing no more. So, really, you see the street lights, and see the fire hydrants, and all that? Okay, Navajo Refinery didn't put those in, the city did.
Pause it real fast.
Everything on this side.
Now that I'm seeing it, I do believe the property actually does go to where the fire hydrants are. Not just right here where the poles are, according to the maps. I have to look again, but where I'm seeing where this pole's at, that is really close to the curb. I believe the property line goes back to where those barricades are, these initial ones. See these?
So, for the record, we're at 3 minutes and 19 seconds in the video. And so you're saying that now that you've seen this, you think the street lights and the fire hydrants are lined up and that's where the property line is?
I'm gonna have to go. We're gonna have to watch that other video, or I'm gonna have to look it up. But I'm thinking
What other
it's
video?
the one I just told you about. That shows the GIS maps. That'll put all the speculation to rest right away. So
Those utility markers is public property. You know, nobody's property goes all the way up to the street. There's an easement, you know what I mean? Public easement. And I won't cross the line or nothing. I'm staying out here. I'll walk down that way, get something on the backside, and everything. But
Isn't it true, Mr. Bustillos, when you were out there that day, you weren't 100% sure where the property line was, were you?
yeah, but dude, I just didn't remember where this was. I didn't remember if this street was a public street or if it was private property. That's why I was asking him where it was. Because if it was public, I was gonna walk down that street, but I wasn't sure, and I wasn't gonna go down that way unless I knew for sure.
But I'm talking about going down Main Street, the place where you ended up walking. Down that street, you weren't entirely 100%
Oh, yeah, I
sure
was.
where the property line
Yes, I was.
were you?
Yes, 100%. At that time, it's just been so long. How long has it been? 3 years? I can't remember all those details, man. I've done a lot since then.
public access?
Well, to the access to go inside the refinery.
Oh, is that the gate over there, the entrance?
We have a lot of entrances. That's the thing. We have around the whole plant. We have,
Oh, okay.
like I said, right here, we have a lot of J2.
So what's basically that goes on here? Is it just oil refinery? Just making gas and diesel and
I
shit?
can't really say more.
I know. So, alright.
There's a second security guard that's walked up here at 4 minutes and 7 seconds in the video. Do you know who that is?
He says his name. That was his first time I met him. I don't remember his name. He'll say here.
What's your name?
Manuel.
Manu?
Manuel.
Oh, here we go. Benito? Yeah.
You can't be taking pictures of mine. They got signs up.
Yeah, I can, man. I'm just not gonna go on your property and take pictures. I'm on public property right now, so I can take pictures of anything I can see. As long as
That mine's actually protected by DHA.
DHS memo 2010 revised in 2017 says we can film any government agency or any whatever from public point, what do we call them? Anywhere the public's permitted to go, we can take pictures from. You can't trespass my eyes, you know. If it's viewable from the public, I can take pictures. All right? I'm not going to go on your property because then I become subject to your policies. You understand? Policies ain't law. You know, those apply to everybody within the compound. I'm outside here. I'm just a free civilian, free citizen, and stuff is all. I'm not going to go on your property. I'm not going to cause no problem. I'm just here to take pictures and yeah, I'll go around the backside. Like I said, I'm not going to cross your house. I know my boundaries out here. You know, I'm not going to do nothing illegal. I don't want.
You would agree, Mr. Bustillos, that if you had gone on Navajo property that day, you would have been trespassing?
Yes.
And if somebody was willing to come on here and answer some questions, man, that'd be cool to get an interview and stuff. But other than that, I'm just going to take pictures of daily operations and watch where a lot of our government money, you know, goes to, how it's spent, and you know, people want to know what's going on. You know, nobody depends on mainstream media because they're always full of shit. Everything's crap, edited. You know what I mean? And it's just to fit their agenda. And here we do, you know, completely uncut. What happens, happens. What they see, and
About 5 minutes and 40 seconds in there, you said something like the mainstream media is full of shit?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yes, exactly what I said.
it's all real. You know, I'm independent media. That's what we do. We go around.
What's your name?
Call me Strength. Yeah, I won't give my personal info. But, you know, we go around, we'll go in police stations, video, government buildings, military installations. Doesn't matter. As long as they're on public accessible property, we can go and stuff. Waiting rooms, corridors, you know, anywhere that public is allowed to be, we can film. We can't go like beyond restricted areas. You know, we can't do that. But as long as we're out here, man, we're good. Google Earth came by, man, took pictures of all this shit. You can get on Google Maps and you can see inside the refinery. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, that's cool. You guys come and talk to me and stuff. Do you know much about this place, or are you just security? Yeah.
Yeah, I can do all those.
Yeah, I did 8 years, man, driving trucks, and I got tired of the hours, man. I don't want to be home and be a dad, so I started doing my own thing, you know. Yeah. You know, money ain't the same, but
I have a lot more freedom. I'm not on call 24 hours a day no more. You know? God, I hated it. Well, I'm just gonna take a walk down here.
Yeah, just make sure you don't step on it.
I'm not gonna go there. See that? I was telling them, see that fire hydrant? And they go all the way down, and the public lights? All that was put in by the city, not by Navajo. That's the public easement. So as long as I don't go on that side of those, I'm good. So on this side, because you know, like I was telling him, the properties, nobody's property goes all the way to the street. There's a public easement everywhere you go. And that's what we're allowed to do. If my car broke down right there, I got out, I'm not going to get arrested because my car broke down. There's got to be a place for us to get out. And, you know what I mean? There's a sidewalk goes all the way down to the other end, you know, and it goes on.
So let me ask you a question. If the street lights and the fire hydrant are not in the same line, then which line is it that constitutes the property boundary?
Well, we'll find out when we watch that GIS map.
Do you know the answer to that as we sit here right now?
Like I said, it was been 3 years. I don't remember the specifics, so I would the same reason why we're watching the video now, to be refreshed on it. We also need to do that to the other one.
Okay. Do you know if the street lights and the fire hydrants aren't in the same line? As you sit here right now, do you know which of those two is the correct property line? Do you know?
I believe at this point now, I think it's I don't know now, so I don't know for sure now. Then I did know because I researched
What
it
do you
before I
think it is
went. I
now?
think it's the fire hydrants.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but if not, it's at least the poles, and I never went past the light poles, even if it was the fire
It's all
hydrants.
public property, though, so I'm not going to cross y'all's line. Whatever. Take it. Cool, I have a good one. See you guys.
So even if I'm wrong and it's not the fire hydrants and it is the light poles, I still never crossed the light poles. So I was
Hey,
still
guys,
never on
I
the
didn't see
property.
none of y'all's comments. I was busy.
So what are you talking about there? About I didn't see none of y'all's comments. What does that mean?
I'm live streaming
Okay. Comments. What does that mean?
because I talk to my audience. They type, I read and respond.
So while you're live streaming, they're typing you comments about what you're showing.
Right, it's
on
just
your live stream.
like for instance, if this was I'm live streaming here, there would be a thing right here of chat box. I guess that's what it's called. Or no, actually, on the phone it goes right in the middle of the video.
I wasn't even going to go live until somebody made contact with me, but I was barely even walking up whenever they came right away, so I went live right away. I was going to wait. So yeah, this is where they make, well, the oil field boom has gone crazy here in southeastern New Mexico, Eddy County, and I'm in Artesia, New Mexico right now. This is where all the oil and stuff that's been drilled out, this is where it all comes and turns into gasoline and whatnot. The guys couldn't give me any more information than, you know, they were just security guards. The way this basically works is they'll put the crude oil, I'm not sure exactly what container it goes in, but they load it and then they heat it up. And alcohol and certain things, everything evaporates at a different temperature. So as it evaporates, what's that? Who are you?
Okay, we're at 9 minutes and 51 seconds in the video, and it looks like somebody on Main Street there has stopped to question you. Is that right?
Yes, right in the middle of the highway.
Is that a Navajo person? Do you know?
That's the same guy that gave me the cam back.
Later on?
Yes.
Okay.
See, he puts people's lives in danger. It's a big hazard stopping in the middle of a highway. Not safe at all. Not smart. And he's worried about me filming as if that's the danger.
Accessible. I already talked to his asshole.
Okay. 10 minutes and 5 seconds. You just called him an asshole, right?
Yes. See that truck
Did you know
that
that
almost
guy?
that almost rear-ended him? No, he just acted like an asshole. So I called him an asshole.
Did you know him?
I have no idea who he is.
You know what his asshole thinks he is.
Called him an asshole again on your video, right?
Yes.
So yeah. Anyways, it all gets evaporated, and as the vapor rises and gets cooled down, it turns back into liquid, and you're left with whatever substance it is, like gasoline or diesel or ethanol. So let's see what this security guard's gonna do, or whoever this guy is.
Okay, when you at 10 minutes and 37 seconds, you make a comment about some security guard, and what's he going to do?
That's the one following me in the truck.
Oh, we can't see him in this
He's
screen.
behind me.
Okay.
He's across the street in the truck.
Look, and they're
See,
following me.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see no pin to hold. Left tap passing. Sorry if it's loud, guys. It's kind of loud around
That
here.
fire extinguisher right there, or sorry, hydrant. I think is the property line where that hydrant was right there. But
Okay.
like I said, I could be wrong. But even if it was the light post, I still never crossed the light post.
Okay, we're at, just for the record, we're at 11 minutes and 40 seconds in the video. I'm going to back it up a second and ask you a question.
Noise.
You're looking for the sign with no penal code on it? It's further back. Right there.
Okay, that's what.
Look, and they're following me.
All right, we're stopped now at 10 minutes and 47 seconds in the video. There's one of those no photography signs, and then down on the ground in front of that sign is a green-topped fire hydrant, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is that fire hydrant in line with the one that we're going to see here in about 30 seconds in the video?
I don't know. I think that one, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. If they're not in the same line, then that would create some doubt as to whether the fire hydrant line is the boundary line, right?
No, because it could be one fire hydrant or the other. I don't remember exactly what all was there. Like I said, I was a long time ago. But that other video, or I can look it up right now and it will solve that instantly.
Okay. That date that you were out there, that day, you weren't sure where the property line was, were you?
Yes, I was. That's why I made the next video to show where I was.
Yeah, I don't see no pin to hold. Left tap passing. Sorry if it's loud, guys. It's kind of loud around here. All kinds of things making noise. I was just gonna come and film, but they made contact with me so quick. I went live, and I'm gonna go ahead and stay live because they're watching me.
So a while ago, you told me that you went live because you wanted to be sure that what you were seeing and shooting was preserved. And you wanted to be sure that the cops didn't try and take your video and destroy it or something like that, right?
Right.
Okay. Up to that point, you hadn't encountered any police officers, had you?
No, but you never know when or how quick they're gonna come, or if even you'd be surprised how many security guards think they're cops and will try to act like one and will try to go hands-on with citizens outside of their, authority, outside their.
Have you ever had a
district.
security guard try and take any of your video?
I'm not gonna give them a chance.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
No.
Do you know of anybody that has that?
Yes,
that happened
yes,
to?
I've seen
Who?
lots of people.
Who?
Lots of people.
Can you name one?
I can name several. I
Who?
can show you videos.
Can you name any of them?
Yeah.
Who?
There's so many.
Can you name a single one?
Just like earlier, I'd have to kind of narrow down and think of a name to be more specific.
Okay, as we go along here, when you think of one, will you let us know?
Being attacked by security guards?
Having their video taken by security guards.
Wolfie Gladly
Who's that?
is another auditor, first cop watcher. He just barely.
Wolfie Gladly?
Wolfie Gladly, just like it sounds. His first name's Wolfie Gladly,
Where is he out of?
out of Pennsylvania.
And he's had a security guard, not a police officer,
I mean,
a
not-
security guard take his
Yes,
video.
excuse me, not a Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Okay. He's
But,
had a security guard take his video.
He's had a security guard break his stuff. They've been beat up by security guards. They got this. The security guards were fired because of it. Because the business owners saw the video and fired the security guards immediately.
Okay.
But all the damage was done. They lost their phones, all that.
We'll look that up.
Okay.
We're at about 12 minutes and 40 seconds in the video. Why have you stopped making commentary about the refinery for your educational video at this point?
Because I've already said pretty much what I knew about it.
Okay.
And if they're gonna make a comment when I read it, and if it's something I really respond to, then I respond to it. And if it's not, or if they're talking to just someone else in the chat, then I don't need to say nothing. I'm just there to finish my thing.
Is there somewhere where we can read all of the comments and stuff that were made in the chat box on your video? Does that exist somewhere?
If it's on my channel, go to the live stream on my channel, and I think it's there.
All the comments in chat is?
They come up as it was in real time.
Okay.
We can go there now if you want, and that way it's there. I mean,
We'll look at it later.
Okay.
Do you remember whether any of the comments or chats had anything to do with the refinery itself and the educational aspects of your video? Or was it just having to do with your interactions with the police and the security guards?
I would have to watch it to see.
You don't remember?
I don't. I don't think any of those comments came until the cops arrived.
Well, no, that's not true, because when you first walked away from the security guards, you said something like, "Hey guys, sorry I wasn't able to respond. I was having to deal with these guys," or something like that. So you'd already gotten some comments early on when you dealt with the security guards, right?
Well, they said something. I don't remember what they said. We'd have to watch the video. But I know that they didn't show, I don't think they showed any contempt until the cops started being, tyrannical. So,
The commentators showed contempt. Is that who you mean?
yes. No, the viewers that are commenting. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I know another auditor and cop watcher who his hobby is going out and recording signs. He has a thing for signs. and he goes to places just to record signs, and he gets hemmed up and arrested and stuff by police just for recording signs.
We're going around the backside now.
The way some people like bird watching, he likes signs.
Hoping that he'll get arrested, right?
No, he's hoping he's hoping he's like everyone else hopes that they respect the right to record.
There's a guy back here on the damn phone.
Nobody wants to get arrested. None of us want to get arrested. You think I've had fun these last 3 years doing all this? No, I can't stand being arrested. I can't stand cops violating my rights. I want to be left alone when I'm out there.
Okay. Who is it that you're talking about that's on the damn phone? You just said at 13:58 in the video. Who is that person?
I didn't hear it. Go back.
There's a guy back here on the damn phone.
I don't know. Oh, that's that guy that called the cops. The one that the cam back. I think that's who.
You can see him from here where you are?
I'm guessing that's who I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I think I'm reaching that building there, I think.
Fire extinguisher. Fire hydrant. Alright, here's gate 10. I don't know if this is where they unload the oil or if they're loading gas. I'm not sure. This guy's over here keeping an eye on me.
What guy are you talking about there?
That's security in that truck, I believe.
The one that's following you that's not in the camera shot?
I think so. I think that's who I'm talking about.
Gate 12.
So this is the gate that the police report said that I reached my camera over to record.
Just for the record, we're now at 15:29 in the video.
Hi. Uh-oh. Sun's just making everybody mad today. These guys have to tell me. He's bald head, so he might have bald head syndrome. We'll find out.
Okay. You saw this guy that was cam backing you, and you said something like he's a bald head. He may have bald head syndrome. Is
Yeah.
that what you said?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
A lot of them guys, they like to shave their heads to make them look tough and intimidating. And for a lot of us, it's rather funny because it's hard to intimidate us when we just stand our ground.
So what's bald head syndrome?
That's what I just explained. They think shaving their head makes them intimidating looking, and they try to come and intimidate us, thinking they're all hard and stuff. But when we stand our ground and don't give, it doesn't work, and it's funny because they thought they could, and it didn't work. In other words, so I didn't phrase the term. That's just what it's called. Whenever they say, whenever it's either a cop or whatever, that's what any cop watch or whatever would say. Oh, this cop has, the way someone might say, this guy has little man syndrome. This guy might have whatever, you know. So in this case, bald-headed people who act. Well, this guy didn't act like that, like other cops would. In other words, that's why I said, see if he has bald-headed syndrome.
Well, this guy's not a cop, is he?
No, that's what I'm saying. See if he has bald-headed syndrome. He didn't. What I'm saying is, that's what I was saying, to see if he does. But it's usually cops or anyone that's what they do. They shave their head and then they put on their dark shades and try to act tough and intimidating and scary. And that's what I said. Let's see if he's gonna try and do that, but he didn't.
Do you think most people with bald heads have bald head syndrome?
No, not necessarily. I'm just saying that's just the terminology used in the cop watching community.
I guess this is administration buildings. All visitors, please report to the dark shack.
Okay, we're at 1704 here. You just zoomed in on the all visitors please report sign and read it into your live stream. Any particular reason why you did those things?
Getting just B-roll footage, just showing my audience what's around.
Is there anything important about that sign for your purposes?
No, I'm not sure. It's just probably something to say. It's been quiet so long, you know, you kind of just look at things to say and stuff. It's just what it is, just to kind of keep...
Cam back. You got a cam back.
Okay, here we are at 1716 in the video, and there's some guy with a cell phone that appears to be using his cell phone camera to film you, right?
Yes, that's the same guy that stopped in the middle of the highway.
Okay, and this is the same guy that you think might have bald head syndrome, right?
I said, so we'll see if he does.
Okay. Can you tell whether he shaved his head or he's just naturally bald?
No.
Okay. Does that make a difference for somebody as to whether they have bald head syndrome?
I didn't
or
make
not?
the rules, man.
I'm just asking you. You said a while ago that sometimes people shave their head to make it bald so they might have bald head syndrome. What if somebody's just naturally bald? Does that make a difference?
Depends on their attitude.
Right. It doesn't depend on what their head looks like, does it?
If they shave it to intend to intimidate, then yes.
Do you know if that guy did that?
I don't. That's why I said we'll see. Is it a crime to say such a thing? Is it against the law to say such a thing? It's not.
Holding the camera right. Turn your camera sideways, it gets a better picture. Yeah, I am. No, you don't. Nobody owns up to the curb. It's called public easement. I don't care who you are. You don't own the highway, do you? You don't own the highway. You see these lights right here? You didn't put.
Now, in this shot here at 1758, the camera view is closer to him. Did you walk towards him or did you just zoom on your camera?
I walked along the highway. I didn't walk into the property towards him. I walked along the highway.
The city did. It's called public easements.
Okay, let me finish. The camera shot is much closer to him, or the view of him in the camera is much bigger and larger than it was 10 seconds ago. Did you walk to him or just zoom your camera or what?
Maybe both. Rewind it and see it. I think I walked back.
Okay.
You have no authority over this. You don't own the highway.
That's probably good.
Okay, right here at 1740, there's a good picture of him. And he's that size in your camera view, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I am. No, you don't. Nobody owns up to the curb. It's called public easement. I don't
I'm
care
walking. I'm not zooming there. I'm walking.
You're walking towards him, right?
No, I'm walking along the highway
Well, then how come he's getting bigger in your camera shot?
because he's standing where he's standing.
Okay, you're not walking towards him at this point?
I'm walking more lateral, parallel to him.
Are you walking towards him at this point?
I'd say parallel.
Not towards him.
It might be closer, but not. I'm not walking towards him.
So you're getting closer to him.
Well, that might be more accurate than towards him.
You don't own the highway, do you? You don't own the highway? You see these lights right here? You didn't put those lights in, the city did. It's called public easement.
How close would you say you are to him at this point?
I don't know, but I'm still on public easement, so it doesn't matter.
I'm asking for your best estimate as to how close you are to him at this point at 18:02 in the video.
I couldn't tell you.
What's your best guess?
I couldn't give you even an educated guess at this point.
You have no idea how close you are to him?
I couldn't tell you.
Would you agree with me that you're within about 6 feet of him?
If he walked that close to me, then it's possible, but I don't think he did.
Have you seen him walking in this video?
I haven't seen me walking that way either.
Have you seen him walking in this video?
He might have. I can't see his feet.
Have you seen him walking up to now in the video?
I have. He might have.
Have you seen that?
I've seen him moving. I'd rather it was walking or
Have you
not.
seen him walking in the video is the question, Mr. Bustillos.